People think that they need to play their best at all times, right? And that's not true at all. In a fighting game, you don't always have to play at your best. Even in tournament, right? Believe it or not, even in tournament, sometimes you should not play at your best, right? And this goes past, just the mental aspect of it, right? Because it's very mentally exhausting when it comes to playing at your best all the time, right? Like, for example, a quick little example is in pools, like Goichi, Kazunoko, Sonic Fox, they know 99% of the time when it comes to pools, they can autopilot, right? They don't want to mentally exhaust themselves until after you get out of pools. Because a lot of time when you get out of pools and you're a pretty decent player, that's when you're like, oh man, I have to play somebody who knows the game at a high level most of the time, right? There are occasions, right, where you'll have another really good player at the other end of the pool that you have to play, where then you further have to sweat and play at your best, right? Once you get to that certain level of matches, then yeah, you have to start sweating. Just like Preston Lacey did in that Jackass skit, you gotta start sweating, bro. But let's talk about how you don't always need to sweat. You don't always need to play at your best. That is, I guess, misinformation that some people spread about how you always need to play at your best. In fact, they could hinder you sometimes if you're trying to play at your best. Alright? You can find yourself in a situation where your opponent just keeps doing invincible options, keeps mashing on your staggers, right? Your pressure or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. You mess it up, right? You get tilted. You get mad. You start raging. So you start playing even worse because of this, dude. It snowballs, It just goes downhill very fast. And there's one particular video where it is the best example of this, okay? I don't know how many of you guys know about Gandhi from Street Fighter 4. We've seen this on my stream. Gandhi versus FSP, okay? And the reason I bring it up is because this is a great subject to talk about. I don't know why more people don't talk about it, right? You will see how you'll be able to see that FSP understands the game at a higher level, right? But you have to realize, just because you understand, let me make myself big so I can emphasize it. Just because you play the game at a higher level, you shouldn't assume the person next to you understands the game at the same level, right? You're trying to play 4D chess while they're playing Chinese checkers, Okay, this is a toxic mentality. Always assuming the other player will be at the same skill level or higher than you, especially if it's just because it's a tournament. Just because it's a tournament doesn't mean that, alright? If anything, if it's tournament, you gotta just sit back, take a minute, analyze the situation, and see how your opponent plays, okay? Korea Gaming covered this match too. Oh, did he? Dude, it's a great match. There's a match where Goichi almost lost a round to somebody who would fit this description, right? And I can't find it for the life of me. It was at Combo Breaker 2018. I cannot find that match. But Goichi almost lost a round to somebody who played like this. Goichi eventually adapted and dumbed down his gameplay, right? He simplified what he was doing to match the pace of the person he was playing. But it took him a second. Yeah, it was in DBFZ. I cannot find the match for the life of me. Alright, so if you haven't seen this is a great treat to what I'm talking about, alright?
I know. You guys have...
It was in Pools Akuma, yeah. Okay, so off rip, okay, my man did Tatsu round start, okay? He did Tatsu round start, which, if I remember correctly, in Street Fighter 4, you could just duck and punish all Tatsus, right? I didn't really play Street Fighter 4 too extensively, but I know you could duck under Tatsus and punish them, okay? So off rip, you gotta be like, damn, this guy is either a calculated nut, or he's just having fun in the sun doing whatever he wants without a care in the world, okay? Alright, it's kind of crazy too, because this overhead was actually pretty smart, right? You round start, you're probably thinking this guy is the biggest brain player I've ever played.
I don't even have to
And then he just starts mashing jab. Let's watch that one more time. So, at this point, you're kind of scrambled all over the place, because you went from he's a nut to he's a genius to he's a nut. in the matter of seconds, right?
It's not. I don't even have to turn it up. It's one
He
button press, you're
DP'd,
done.
you missed the punish, he DP'd again, right? So at this point, you're no longer in the common sense realm, all right? He jumps back, he gives up pressure, okay? Right? A higher level player would have had a setup, right? Would have meatied you instead of giving up pressure here, you know?
Gone. That's a wrap.
So at this point, you have to be thinking, okay, he probably doesn't understand the game at a higher level. You know, if you have all your marbles intact and you're not tilted at this point, you got to be thinking, let me calm down and see what he does, because he's just doing stuff at this point.
Who's this guy?
He jumps, yeah, he's just jumping, he's mashing out of everything, right? He's just constantly jumping. And Gandhi is trying to play at a higher level, right? Instead of simplifying his gameplay to match the pace or to change the pace, look, he's just constantly mashing. He's just constantly mashing. Of course, the first game is typically data, right? So at this point, you have to think, all right, after this game, the Rufus player will be like, okay, I learned, right? I've learned this man is just going to DP. He's going to mash. So all I have to do is block, meaty, block, let him kill himself, right? Well, and I was saying, Gandhi's trying to play at a high level, right? And FSP just doesn't care. He preemptively jump heavy punch, right? Jump medium punch, right? Oh man, at that point you just hit and you block the DP, right? You dumb it down, because right now my man is ready to train on you because you're trying to play at a level where you don't have to play at. Tatsu'd from full screen. Just all Gandhi has to do, or all FSP has to do, is just sit and block. That's all he has to do. But he's tilted at this point. He's frustrated. Just block. Look, see? He's trying to come up with creative answers when sometimes the simple stuff is key. And this is what I'm saying. He's trying to play at his best, but sometimes playing at your best just doesn't work. Just block. Yeah, block the DP, punish. Go in, block again. Yeah, see? He's learning, and then he drops his combo. Keep it simple. What a genius. He DP'd through it. He DP's again. Just block, bro. He's proven time and time again that he will DP. He's training butter right now. And I'm sure those of you at home watching are like, yeah, I could see it, right? He's proven time and time again he's not scared to DP. He's gonna mash, right? Keep your meaties tight. Block the DPs. Just sit there. Where no crouch block, no punish. DP, get the punish, dash up, block again. Yeah, see? It's that simple, chat. Do it again. See? It's that simple. Just commit to that play style until the Ryu player or Gandhi changes something. He avoided the DP. Wonderful match. Do it again the next set, or the next match, right? Do it again. It worked. There's no reason to change your strategy now, right? You don't have to play at your best. Just play simple. Let him jump in, block. No, he's trying to keep it too high level. Double dive kick. Hey, block, yeah, that's right. Just keep it simple. Woke up FADC. Oh, man. Let him just jump around, chat. Let this be a lesson to you at home and watching, right? Just let your opponent, you know, jump around. Let them blow themselves up, right? Let them come to you. Don't go in. Not on this. Not on a character. Not on a player you can't get a read on, right? Just let him come to you. Look it. He's gonna sweep, right? I'm pretty sure you could punish sweeps in Street Fighter 4. Sweep the sweep, if I remember correctly. Well, my man's is probably so nervous right now. Jab DP. Man. Just be patient. Just, if he had sat here and waited, because you know it's coming. You know Gandhi's gonna do it. He's shown for what, 4 rounds. He's going to do it. Sweeps are safe in Street Fighter 4 because pushback. But the point blank sweeps that my man Gandhi is doing, you could punish, right? Like I said, I wasn't big on Street Fighter 4. I was more of a Marvel head, right? Nah, damn, that's crazy. It's actually safe. He's gonna do it. Just hit him and block. Dumb down your gameplay. Don't, if you're playing at like a, you know, at a 95% high level, bring it down to like a 50% mid level, you know. Don't do anything hard. There you go. Just block. Just ultra the DP. Logan was right. Ultra the DP. Oh, he threw. He changed the game. He's changed the game. Just block. Just block. Just stay blocking. Just block. Just sit and block. Anti-air the jump in. There you go. He's gonna do it. Getting overwhelmed by players like this though it's very easy to happen if you don't understand that concept, right? Always having to play at a high level is a very toxic. Always thinking you have to play at your best and at a high level is a very toxic trait to have in fighting games. Probably just in gaming in general, really. Because you could see that FSP, whoops, is trying to go for advanced combos, right? The most damaging punish. Just stick to the 2-3 hit combo, man. Watch the James Chen video. Oh man. Just block. Just block. Man. Just block. That's all you have to do. Sit and block, right? You get the knockdown, dash up, block. Just block. Just block. Just, he's gonna jump, anti-air. Just do your anti-air, bro. I'm sure Rufus has a solid anti-air. What is it? It's like crouching medium punch when he goes like this or whatever. You don't always have to be at your best, chat. You don't always have to play at a high level. Especially when your opponent has proven that they only know 2 to 3 things, right? Gandhi knows how to DP, mash buttons, and jump. There was no safe jumps, no setups, no throw loops. It was just those 3 things, and there's simple answers to them. You're patient, you're calm, you're collective, you don't panic. The number 1 thing is you don't panic. All right, once you start panicking, it's over. You're done. You're done. And FSP panicked. The FSP thought surely he won't DP for a 90th time. You see, there's these players you can't condition. There's these players that will play like they don't care. They'll just do what they want to do. They're just having fun in the sun. They're just having fun in the sun. And this is no shots to the people who play like this, you know. It's you know, this is a nice example to when you should simplify your gameplay, when you don't have to play sweaty, as people say nowadays. So let this be a lesson to you, chat. You don't have to be the best or be your best at all times. He's so happy. Good for Gandhi, man. Good for Gandhi. And let this be a lesson to FSP, dude. This is a very hard learned lesson. This is a lesson you don't want to learn, but sometimes you have to. You just have to have fun. Well, you can't forget that games are supposed to be fun at the end of the day, right? And sure, you know, people, you'll get frustrated, you'll get salty, whatever, right? But it's, you know, it's still a game and it's still fun at the end of the day. It should be. Even though I cry and complain about Dragon Ball, I still have fun with it. These are such tough losses. These are losses that haunt you forever. Look, there's no anti-air, right? He's so shook. I think he tried to anti-air, just way too late. He probably thought he was gonna Tatsu to stall or something like that, right? Because you can do Tatsu to stall, cross up your opponent, right? Change your air momentum. But Gandhi, he's not playing at that level. He just thought too much at this point. You know, at that level, if you were to Tatsu here, you would make the anti-air potentially whiff and you could get a punish, right? Listen.
Once you actually thinking jab into the DP, because he's playing against him like he's playing against a player who's actually thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna stand for it.
I wouldn't go as far as say that's actually thinking. That's kind of mean, saying he's not thinking. He's thinking, but he's just not thinking at a high level. You know, he's not thinking at a high level. He's not thinking to bait and switch. He's just being a gamer, you know? He's just being a gamer. Well, yeah, man. It's a very important skill to have at any level for any game. Just know when to dumb it down. Know when to keep it simple. But anyways, that's what I want to talk about today, chat. You don't have to play at your best. Not all the time. That trophy sits all the same. You think I felt lame for winning the MVCI tournament when I did like 100 DPs in one set? No. Give me my tools. Give me my options. I did like 88 DPs against Sonic Fox at Red Bull, and that was fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, I got the W. It's okay. Do what you need to do as long as it's not cheating. Remember, you don't need to always be the best version of you. Just keep that in mind. Don't have the toxic trait where you should always expect certain things from the person you're playing, no matter what it's in, right? People aren't going to live up to your expectations sometimes. Just remember that, okay? At the end of the day, they're not going to live up to your expectations all the time. And when it comes to fighting games, in the first round, in the first match, you have a general idea how your opponent's going to play. Just don't forget that. I would rather learn from somebody else than me going through the lesson. So I hope you learned from this instead of you having to go through it, especially if you ever decide to enter a tournament. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, sub, and comment.